Once again, thank you to each and every single one of us joining us across the globe, free on YouTube for Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre's Road Rage. My name is Jordan Castle, joined once again by the incomparable Barry Sweeney. Barry, it is so good to be back.
Jordan Castle, it is good to see you. It is good to be seen. And my God, what a way to start off our show with the Lucha Kings.
There are few men more synonymous with Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre than this tag team here. Over the course of the last year and change, Bamboo and El Rey have staked their claim as the team to beat in this organization. The question, Barry, who's going to try to beat them?
Come one, come all, far and wide. We're going to get some words from the Lucha royalty here.
Today, we have a great show, but a little bit of bad news. The team we're supposed to face didn't make it. So, the Lucha Kings don't have an opponent for tonight. But, we came with this crazy idea. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But what do you think if you want to see the Lucha Kings face each other?
Oh! Sounds pretty unanimous.
Well, listen, it's one thing to call out. I mean, the card has never been changed, but goodness gracious.
Let's bring up a referee, please, so we can start.
Rico making his way to the ring. This one seems official. Bamboo versus El Rey in our opening contest.
Listen, Jordan Castle, I had a lot of notes prepared. I had note cards, notebooks, everything in between. I gotta throw all that out the window. You gotta do that anyway half the time at a wrestling show.
Especially in a Lucha Kings match.
Absolutely, but these two facing each other is poetry in motion. Now, let's not forget, fans, the inaugural main event of Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre involved El Rey and Bamboo facing one another. They were in triple threat action against Super Astro Jr. But now these two, while they have been a great tag team, the team to beat, as you have said, are only getting bigger and better as they go.
Talking about bigger, looking at the physique of El Rey, clearly the larger of the two Lucha Kings. Bamboo now with control of the wrist, gonna have to rely on that speed and that quickness. But Barry, these men know each other so well. It's a cliche, but they know each other like the back of their hands. We've seen them in tag team action. They've traveled the roads. They've trained together in Mexico, here at the Primal Pro Wrestling compound. They arguably know each other better than they know themselves.
These guys are brothers in more than just blood, Jordan Castle. And on top of all that, El Rey and Bamboo, they're at the peak of their performance. They were already damn good when they main evented the very first Skyfire show. But now, as you can see here, as things kick up, beautiful arm drags and motion like that, they're going to have to take some notes. They're going to have to refresh their pages.
Much like Skyfire itself, only getting better and brighter with time. So excited myself to be here in the beautiful Primal Pro Wrestling compound for the very first time, growing and changing and evolving with each passing moment. Barry, you have to think, friendly competition, respectful competition, though this may be. For El Rey and Bamboo, this is not a simple exhibition. They don't want to lose to each other. They don't want the moral low ground of saying they were beaten by the other.
And listen, on top of all that, it's not just an individual, it's not just the two men in the ring here. That's for everybody in the tag division, everybody on the roster. The moment that one of these men gets pinned is the moment you can, whoa, wow.
Bamboo maybe attempting a code red of sorts. El Rey had an answer, but still found his way on the wrong side.
Listen, but the moment one of these guys gets pinned, submitted, counted out even, it becomes a talking point for every other team that wants to oppose them, every other team through here that comes far and wide to face these guys.
We're going to see the block in action later on tonight. Full send scheduled for tag team competition. an ever-growing tag team division here in Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre.
And of course, let's not forget the Brothers Divine and the Pump Line scheduled for combat later tonight. I can't wait to see that. Oh, quick
Roll up, shoulders down. No, we're going to steal it quick. Back and forth they go. It's smart strategy. These men know each other so well. Crucifix now trying to catch the other unaware, trying to eke out a victory as quickly as possible, not getting paid by the hour.
He's Strahl here, and you got to be mindful of how close to the ropes these guys are as the movement continues to get hot and heavy here. Bamboo! Uh-oh, caught!
Talk about hot and heavy. Shoulders down once again, rolling through. So evenly matched, so well scouted. They know each other so well. Look at this.
Oh, sits out for the sunset flip.
Using that power is El Rey, but Bamboo using El Rey's own power against him. So evenly matched.
And it looks like they haven't even broken a sweat. We might have broken our heat wave here in Southern California, in San Diego. But as we can tell from our capacity crowd here in the Primal Compound, they are here for some Lucha Libre action.
El Rey ducks the line. Off the ropes, Bamboo, big leapfrog. El Rey up and over, kip up from Bamboo. It's like looking in a mirror, Barry Sweeney.
Listen, this is when it gets even better for the Lucha Kings, case in point. Once they hit that second gear, that third gear, there is no limit to what they can accomplish.
Let me ask you, Barry Sweeney, who has the edge here? Is it El Rey with the power on display here, or is it Bamboo with the speed on display here?
But as we can see, the number one ability, the Lucha Libre intangible right now, they have answers for each other. Just pinning each other back and forth, they can counter each other back and forth, and they make it look this damn easy.
It is like something out of a video game, seemingly inhuman. Bamboo and El Rey just making it look too easy.
You know, listen, you call it one of these things where it's not just an exhibition. This is a real proving point for both these men here. And as we get to the rope work, as we get to the springboard, beautiful Hurricane Rana like that. I think this is Bamboo's speciality. This is where he, whoa! Clear out!
Wiping out the chairs and wiping out his own tag team partner in the process.
First match out the gate, we ain't get the deposit back. Love to see it.
His specialty, Barry Sweeney, you were saying?
Well, Bamboo, he's just a human missile, and he's not just a scud either. He is a heat-seeking predator missile. Look at this. Wow!
El Rey saying turnabout is fair play, and Barry, that is a strong, large, muscular man.
Not a bit of excess on El Rey. This guy is in great shape. This guy is in great fighting trim as well. And again, talk about knowing your opponent. He knows that he can bear that kind of strength. He can use a pescado like that as a devastating maneuver.
Now from the top, El Rey looking to follow up. He's got to be careful of the ceiling here. Thinking double stomp, but Bamboo manages to evade. Off the ropes. Standing moonsault, but lands on his feet. El Rey evades.
What a crossbody!
Cover! Oh, a kick out from Bamboo. And Barry, I want to speak to the Primal Pro Wrestling Compound. So happy to call it our new home here in Skyfire, but there is no padding on the outside. That is a hard cement floor, and both men sent careening into it.
National City concrete, baby, ain't nothing like it, but it sure doesn't taste too good. All the same, El Rey and Bamboo here as the pace begins to slow. We gotta see who has that better cardio, who has that better in-ring awareness. Case in point.
One would have to think it's Bamboo. Again, doesn't have as much size, doesn't have as much muscle. Keeping him down here.
Tornillo.
But only a 2.
But we saw on that crossbody from El Rey, while he was a bit slower to load it up, it's all that weight, it's all that size crashing down from the top rope. I mean, Lord knows, you count to 1,000, I wouldn't be able to kick out.
The only count that matters is 1, 2, 3, or perhaps up to 10, but I don't think either of these competitors satiated with a count-out victory here. Too much pride on the line.
Listen, coming to blows now, but they've got counters for each other's counters. Whoa!
Nothing personal. That's just how much competition matters here in their native Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre as both men sent down to the canvas.
We talk about mirrors. Every single movement that they have made has had a counter from one another. Every single movement has an anticipation, and now that has come to bear on both these men in the middle of the ring.
You have to think it comes down to who's the most cerebral athlete in the match, who's the thinking man's wrestler. As athletically gifted as these two men are, and they're incredibly athletically gifted, it's going to be a game of mental one-upsmanship that ultimately wins this matchup.
We have seen in the Skyfire. Whoa,
Hold on.
What the hell?
JF3000, Xander Phillips, the block.
You gotta be kidding me.
I mentioned that they were scheduled for tag team competition later on tonight, but what the hell is this?
Listen, Xander Phillips and Bamboo, he can tell you, he can talk your ear off about how they have history. But this is ridiculous, interrupting a match like this. Oh my God, right upside the head with a spinning heel kick.
Now, not just any match, our opening contest between two true aces of Skyfire, just when it was getting good. This is a travesty, Barry.
Goodness gracious. I mean, senior visual Chad Rico here throwing out the match. He has to. Hate to see it start off like this, especially when it was getting so. Look at this.
Cazador, no. From the back. Well, Barry, we mentioned tag team competition scheduled for later on this evening, and there are the Block's opponents.
Jake Mays, El Mexica, Arath Ariano.
Here to even the odds, and not a moment too soon.
Hey, it's a family show.
The Block more than happy to attack the unsuspecting Lucha Kings after a hard-fought matchup.
Inconclusive from Bamboo and El Rey, with guys like Jake Mays and Arath Ariano at their side. I mean, these are the kind of guys that are the future of the Primal Compound, the future of Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre.
But I'll tell you what, Barry, Xander and JF's night is far, far from over. They got that tag team match to contend with later on this evening against these gentlemen. And if it wasn't personal before, it damn sure is now. And the Lucha Kings with something to say. Certainly not the result that either of them were expecting or hoping for.
That's not right. We're putting a hell of a match. And if this is happening, what are the names? The Block! I hope you hear this. We challenge you to a match, tag team match, Lucha Kings against you. Next, Skyfall.
And issuing the challenge, the Block is a lot to chew.
Well, that is October 12th, right back here at the Primal Pro Wrestling Compound. Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre presents Terror Dome. And it seems as if the first match, pen has been put to paper. The Block, head-to-head with the Lucha Kings, a score to be settled come spooky season.
Ask and you shall receive, my friends, but you might have bitten off more than you can chew.